This Casey back with you on the completion of the Vincent Signory power hacksaw vise. And this is vise number 2. We showed you vise number 1 on the last video and how we did the crank handles and such. And, you know, the improvements here and there. And now on this one you can see we got a bigger handle and on it, and we showed you all about that. I want to get into some other modifications on it and some little tricks that'll make your life a little bit easier. Instead of drilling out your nuts and your all thread and then pinning them with roll pins, why, here, we're done with that. Here's a better idea. Why not take and put lock nuts, self-locking nuts on your rear of this. We got one on the inside, one on the outside. That'll save you from having to drill that out and pin it. You're probably not going to take it apart again anyway, unless you wear the threads out in your traveling nut. Also, I believe we told you about welding a nut on the traveling nut to give more support. Also, in order to get the full 7 inches instead of the 6.5, why, when you weld this on the inside, which I did, and I'll show you why you're going to have to take this traveling nut and cut 45 off of it, because these welds will interfere with the full travel of your traveling nut. I hope you can see that. Can we? Okay, good. Also on your traveling jaw, I just went ahead and put self-locking nuts on that also. You know, that way, you know, you can always tighten it or loosen it so you don't have to worry about putting 2 nuts on and you know, continuously fiddling with it underneath here. Now you can get a wrench in here, you can, to hold it from here. Now there's been some things about getting it square and flat. Well, that's where I use a plate, you know, and I just clamp it down, get it down there square. The plate is square. I run off the plate, clamp everything down, tack weld it, and I did go ahead and do the inside, you know, full welds, a ½ inch long, you know, skipping. There's no warpage. But, you know, when you go together, you want to go from opposing sides. Like, you want to do this corner and then that corner and such. Everybody knows that. Also, I'm going to take this with me whenever I go out. There's been times where I've needed a vise, or the people I've been with, we need a vise to make things a little bit easier to work something over with. And now I've got one, and I can take it with me and bolt it to a tailgate of a cut truck. A lot of cases you don't even need to do that. The whole thing in its entirety weighs 22 pounds. So you may not have to even mount it on anything at all to do some of the things that you want to be doing. So that's about, I think I've covered just about everything. We're done with all this, and I've got a vise I can take with me when I go out. And it's a good project. These are good, really, really good vices. And I'm glad I was encouraged by Joe to do this. All right, enough of that. Now we're back here on the, we've started working on the frame for the David Sigri, or the Vincent Sigri hacksaw. And here's the frame parts here. Here's the sides, and you know, your angles, you have to weld those on. Your support here, you gotta weld that on. And here's your motor mount. You know, I got fortunate enough to get the right kind of a frame. You know, this is a NEMA 48 frame. And see how that goes on there. Just like that. And I'm not for sure about you know, how I want to do this. The first one was you know, it's like 50 inches long, you know, from what I recall. And you know, even though I've got the board here to mount it on, I'm just not quite sure how I'm going to be doing this to maybe shorten it up and make it a little bit less clumsy and unwieldy. But anyway, that's how far we've got with Mr. Sigri. We're still gathering metal up to complete this project here and there, and you know, that stuff comes to you. Sometimes you gotta buy it, but what the heck? It's a good project to do. I think that'll be it for the day, and we'll see you hopefully when we get our the last part of our foundry done. Thank you for watching.